Hey, this is Jason Morris with the Facebook group Real Estate Agents That Really Work. I made a post about following up this past week and was asked if I could go a little deeper into how I follow up with people. I believe the number one way to change your life, change your business, and your income is by getting really good on the phone. And if you want to make more money, all you got to do is get better at cold calling. The number two way is to get really good at follow-up. Being just really good on the phone isn't enough. You have to call people back, and you have to call them over and over again. I read that the average high-ticket sales item will take 6 to 8 follow-ups to close a deal. What that means is if you're only following up 6 to 8 times, you're only average. So how can you be a superstar, make superstar kind of above average income, and you're only doing an average amount of work? For all of you out there that are not making the money you want to make, to keep blaming on your market, I'm probably going to hurt some feelings, but it's not the market that's the problem. It's not that the market's moving too fast or that things are selling too fast or there's too many agents for you to compete with. The problem is you're not following up with your potential clients and leads enough. You're following up less than an average amount of times in a market with above average velocity and competition. What you're going to have to do is you're just going to have to step your follow-up game up. We call expireds and for sale by owners all the time, and they say, hey, call us back. Let's talk next week. I want to put it on the market next month. Call me next time it rains, whatever it is. And they're actually giving you some kind of indication that they want you to call them back. And we all have good intentions. We'll take that person's name, we'll write it down, we'll put it in a fancy CRM and say we're going to call them, and then we just don't. The thing is, some of these people really expected you to call them back, and you lost a deal because you didn't. But it's okay. If you don't want to call them back and you don't want to follow up with them, that's no problem. There are plenty of agents in your market that will be happy to help them sell their house. The most painful thing to hear, and I don't think some of you are hearing it enough because you're never calling people back, is, oh yeah, we thought that you were going to call us, but we listed our house with another agent, and our house is under contract now. They're all but telling you, hey, we had a paycheck, it was ready for you, we wanted to give it to you, but we gave it to this other guy because we just didn't hear from you. I heard a real estate trainer say that 70% of all the deals and transactions we do as agents come from lead follow-up. I feel like probably 80 or 90% of my transactions are coming from following up. I follow up like a machine. You will never hear a client say, hey, I didn't list with that agent, I didn't work with that agent because the guy just called me too much. He kept me too informed. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this recording is that you need to schedule follow-up every day. You need to schedule follow-up at different times during the day. Some people are just not going to be home at the same time every morning when you're regularly scheduling your calls. Some people, they work in the morning, some work in the afternoon. A lot of people go home for lunch. Some people work at night. If you haven't been able to talk to somebody in the morning, call them in the afternoon. Call them on a Saturday. Not everybody carries their phone around the same way like we do. Us real estate agents, if we don't have it in our hand, we got it up to our ear, or we got a Bluetooth on. So you need to diversify your follow-up. I make calls, I leave voicemails, I send an email, I send text messages to people, I'll drop a letter in the mail. I just want to make sure they know when they're ready, hey, I'm here and I'm waiting on you. I'm going to help you sell your house. I talk to a lot of agents that are making just massive amounts of new calls every day, and rather than make those new calls every day, you need to follow up with some of the people that you've already talked to. Now, I've got 5 things that you really need to start doing today. Number 1, when you're on the phone with people, ask them for their email address. Send them the pre-listing package. I've already given you a copy of it that you can download for free and that you can edit. That pre-listing and package does you no good sitting in your email. I had an agent tell me last week, he said, I don't send out my pre-listing package until I set an appointment. What's the pre-listing package doing you any good if you've never shown it to anybody? Tell the people on the phone you're sending it, email it to them as soon as possible. Number 2, when you hang up with that person, if you've got their cell phone number, send them a text, say, hey, this is Jason Morris. I just sent the email. over with the information that we talked about, want to confirm you got it. Follow up the next day. Say something like, hey, I wanted to make sure you got my email and see if you have any questions. I'm going to be out your way on Thursday or whatever time. Would it be a good time to stop by and meet with you? Try to set an appointment. Try to close an appointment every call you make with them. It doesn't have to be an elaborate series of questions. Just, hey, are you ready to meet with me now? Are you ready to get your home on the market? Number 4, don't be scared. Some agents are just too timid and they're too scared to ask, hey, what's your holdup? You want to sell your house? I'm telling you I can sell your house and I can get you what you want. What's holding you back from putting your house on the market today? A lot of people will just tell you, and a lot of people have real legitimate reasons. It might be the kids are getting out of school or, in June or whatever it is. And, they're not really giving you objection, but if you don't ask what the problem is and what's holding them back, you're never going to get an objection to overcome. Number 5, quit overthinking following up. You're just overthinking the whole process. You're worrying about what to say and what to do. All you're doing is you're calling, you're going, hey, has your house sold yet? Are you ready for me to start working for you? If the answer is no, you put them on the list to call them back next week or you send them an email. That's it.